Welcome to Payroll Part 3. In this video, we're going to set up different group benefits, such as RRSP for retirement. We're going to use the group benefits in different paychecks, use reimbursements, and use advances and loans. Make sure you have your Sage 50 as well as Landscaping Pro Level 2 Payroll data file open and your exercise book. So let's go to Sage 50. So here we are at Sage 50. In order to set up a group benefit, such as RRSP, we'll go to Settings, click on Income. You will see that Income 4 here should be replaced by Employee RRSP. RRSP are usually money that you put on the side for your retirement. At your retirement, you're able to take this money out tax-free. Or in many cases, when you purchase your first house, you're also able to take this money from the account. Just like every single income factor over here, you need to link it to an account. So click on Link Accounts, Income, and make sure that it is linked to 5410 Wages and Salaries, because this amount will be withheld within every paycheck. Right after, you will go on to Deductions. Every RRSP, you also have the deduction set up, which is a percent of gross. So once we have this, let's also link the account to deductions to RRSP payable. So you have this and look for 222 RRSP payable. Very often the employer will match a certain percentage to the employee. So it's very important that you link it to a payables account. Coming back to your deductions, make sure that the deduction is percent of gross and unclick deduct after tax Quebec, just in case you have employees working in Quebec. Now go to the payroll, other expenses, and inside other expenses, you have RRSP expenses percentage. So make sure there is a percentage there in case the employers wants to match a certain amount. Also in linked accounts, go to user defined expenses, and for the RRSP expense, link it to the RRSP employer share, the expense account. So you see this is a payable account. The expense account will be linked to employer share 5480. Make sure to have that. Once you're good, you can click on OK. Our next step is to use the group benefits in a paycheck. So we're going to look at Hector Smith. He will contribute 8% of his earnings to his RRSP plan, and the company will contribute half of that, which is 4% to his RRSP plan. By going there, you go to Employees Payroll, go to the Income tab of Hector Smith over here, and you're going to set up Hector Smith's profile. You're going to check mark Employees RRSP. Okay, the unit is in periods. Then go to Deductions. You will see RRSP. Click on the tick mark, and the percentage will be 8%. Compensation benefit, where the RRSP expense from the company will be 4%. Once this is good, you click on Save and Close. The next step is to use this RRSP benefit over Hector Smith's paycheck. So you go ahead and create a paycheck, click on Hector Smith. You'll get to the paycheck form, drop down the menu, go to Smith Hector with all the information over here. Make sure that you have your check number, February 8th, January 20th to February 2nd. In regular hours, enter 80. Then move forward to the deductions, and you're going to see that RRSP has been calculated. Once RRSP has been calculated, you will go to User Define. Here you're at the Hector Smith paycheck form. Drop down the menu, find Hector Smith. In the regular, click on 80, and you're going to see a lot of things have been automatically calculated. Move forward to deductions, and you're going to see that the RRSP will calculate its own. So $128. We'll move on to user-defined expenses. to see what is the amount that is contributed by the company. In this case, our RSP expense is $64. So remember the $64, we are going to put it in the front of income. So $64, employees RSP amount, we're going to add $64, and it should modify your entire sheet. Once you're good with this, you can print and post. Now let's say Glenn Nevins, which is this person, was sent to a conference and he paid $300 for the room and board, but it will be reimbursed by the company. So Glenn paid this amount on his personal credit card and he gets reimbursed. We're going to change our session date to February 22nd and then set it up. So go ahead, February 22nd, and we are going to add travel expense to one of the income by going to Employees, Settings. We'll go to Incomes, and you're going to see over here that in Income 5, you're going to change. So Income 5, we're going to change it to Travel, and the income type will be reimbursement. Once this is good, you do want to link it to an account. So therefore, we're going to go to Income. If you get this notification, just click on Yes. Under Income, we have to link it to a certain account, which will be the traveling account. So take a look at Travel and Entertainment, and there you go. Once you're good, click on OK. Now, we're going to make it effective onto Glenn's paycheck. So you click on Glenn, go to the Income tab, and you're going to find Traveling. Make sure this is used. Then you save and close. Now we're going to create a paycheck for Glenn. So create paycheck, go to Glenn, verify the date from the check is the 22nd, starting period is the 3rd, and ending period is the 16th. Go to the income tab, and for the regular one, it'll be 80 hours for regular income, 5 hours of overtime, and in other amounts table, you're going to see traveling, which is $300. So you will see that this was actually paid, withheld, but the net pay will change. Notice that this is 1,540.66. If I did not reimburse Glenn, it would be 1,240.66. So my $300 is added automatically at net pay. Once you're good, you click on OK. Joanne Jones has an additional expense and asks for $1,000 loan from the company in her next paycheck. So how do we do that? Go to the drop down and create a paycheck. Make sure the dates February 3rd and February 16th, which is the paycheck period for Joan. Okay. And obviously, where do we add all of this $100? We'll put it under the loans of $1,000. Therefore, you see the net pay, it just got changed. So if I were to go 0, you will see that the net pay is 1,528. Now it has become 2,000. So once you're good with this, you click on Post. Now, 2 weeks has passed, and Jones would like to pay back. In order to pay back, we'll move our session date to March 8th because time has passed. So we'll go here, March 8th. At March 8th, we're going to create a paycheck. And within these paycheck, you're going to make sure March 8th, February 17th, following the cycle, then March 2nd. Now over here, for the loans income, you're going to take off 1,000. Because there was a loan of 1,000, now there is minus 1,000. So you'll notice that $1,000 has been taken away. This is it for Payroll Part 3. These are a little bit of an exception from the everyday pay periods, and it's very good to know, especially in payroll, there are a lot of exceptions. I will now see you in Part 4.